good? This is Alan Brown, aka Bully the Kid, and this video, as you may have seen in the title, is a cheap upgrade that you can do to any bass to basically take the place of buying a new pickup and stuff like that. This little upgrade should boost the output. It may not necessarily change the tonal characteristics of the bass, or it might. We'll see in a few seconds. I've done this to I think this bass right here in the past, and it was pretty successful. I couldn't find pickups to fit the stock SX 6-string I have, or the pickups cost way too much money. Like, the pickups ended up costing more than what I paid for the bass. So I was like, I'll put a preamp in it and see about boosting it some way. So I came across this idea, and I actually got the idea from lead guitar players. So the dark side of the game, or the light side. Just depends on if you're a Jedi or a Sith. I'm more of a Sith person. Either way. So this is basically the pickups in this, I believe, are ceramic pickups, and the bass I'm going to be using is a Squier 5-string. I believe it's a vintage modified. It's an Olympic white. This is an aftermarket, a dip job that the owner of this bass did to the pickguard. I think it looks pretty cool. But he came to me, he was like, hey man, I got these two basses and I want to either look at buying new pickups for the basses, or maybe there's something else we can do to get more output, more oomph out of the basses themselves. So I told him about hot rodding the bass pickups, and basically, no pun intended, it's actually adding magnets to the backside or the underside of the pickups to boost output. It adds more magnetism, or it reads a stronger signal, thus making a louder sound in theory. I think that's what's going on. So I found this out and I ran the experiment once. The bass still has the pickups in the bottom of that one, and got these magnets for, I think, maybe like $6 each. There's 2 of them in the pack, and these are pretty strong magnets. These are neodymium or neodymium magnets, and I'm going to add them to the bottom of the ceramic pickups or whatever pickups are in here, and it should boost the output. If you do this yourself, be very careful with the magnets, because they are kind of brittle. So if they slap together, there's a chance they'll break, and that doesn't, I don't think it necessarily messes up the magnet itself, but be careful if you actually do go to do this to the bass. So I'm gonna end up playing the bass as it is, as a beginning point, play through some stuff, maybe do some slap stuff, and then I'll do the same thing again after I add the magnets in, and then we'll see if we come up with any differences in sound. All right, so that was the very first baseline to see what changes can happen if I am to add these magnets to the back of the bridge and the neck pickup. I'm assuming it's going to have more output, so you may not be able to tonally hear anything different, but maybe there will be. So this is an experiment as much for me as it is for you, and then we'll find out the results after this. Okay, so the pickup installation, or not the pickup installation, but the magnets on the pickup installation went pretty quick. Yeah, so we're gonna see what happens to it, and the next little piece is going to be what the results are. All right, so you got $6, and you want just a little bit more something out of your pickups, and they're not quite giving it to you. This may be an option for you. I heard a difference. You can go back and listen to the beginning part and stuff like that, but I definitely heard more character in the pickups from just basically what I was playing, just regular. So the slap sounds great. Now what I will say, and I might have to go back and buy another set to make it the same, I ended up putting a magnet on each one of the pole pieces. There's two in each one, so each two has its own neodymium magnet, and then for this one on the bridge side I did every other, so it ended up being one here, one there, and then one there. So That may be if you want a little bit more bite or whatever. You might want to swap it or try to like maybe just buy the 2 sets and then put the whole pack, have 2 extras. I think 6 comes in a stack. 6 comes in a stack, so you'll have 2 extras on the very end. So this may be something that you want to look into if you don't have, you know, hundreds of dollars to put towards pickups and you want just a little bit extra something. Throw a set of neodymium magnets on the bottom. So it literally, you seen me do it real quick. It literally was just me unscrewing everything, taking the strings off, and then adding the magnets to the bottom of the pole pieces. And you want to put them to where they oppose, the extra magnets oppose each other and go directly to the pole pieces, because that's polarity in that direction. So they are strong, so they will, if you put them on wrong, they will draw to each other. So be aware of that. And yeah, I'm just trying to help you save some bread. So thank y'all for watching this video. I know it was long. I got to do a whole mess of stuff with editing just so I can try to shorten it up so y'all can watch the whole thing. But yeah, neodymium magnets, add it to the bottom of your pickups. Save some money, add a little bit extra character to what you're doing. Till next time, this is Alan Brown, aka Bully the Kid. Y'all be easy.